Good morning and welcome to beautiful Montgomery, Alabama Riverwalk Stadium here in beautiful downtown. Right now the game is already underway. We're in the top of the first. P Middle School Team 1, and we'll call them gold today. They're in the gold and white. This is the middle school division versus MVP All-American Team 2. And we'll call them the black team today, as you see them sporting the beautiful black and gold MVP All-American jerseys. Big shout out to our sponsors over at Adidas for making all of these things happen for us. Again, I'm Mike Shepard. I'm on the call for you here. We are just getting underway with game 1 of this MVP All-American weekend. We've had a great time. It started off Friday night with the Gump Fall Classic over at Patterson Stadium, a showdown between Alabama State University and Tuskegee, a fall classic like no other. More than 2,000 people on hand Friday night for that game, and we saw some bombs launched out of that park and some great baseball, and it has not stopped since then. A great day of showcasing yesterday on Saturday. All divisions, 3 different arenas, all within 7 minutes of each other. It was awesome, spectacular, from middle school to high school, early age in high school, and then to our junior and senior class. We have seen some extraordinary talent from the MVP All-Americans and also the scouts. The MVP scouts, that scout teams that were coming out and showcasing themselves. That's the level where the students are at, where they're trying to earn their way to MVP All-American status, and they come in through the scout showcases on yesterday, and some still this morning in the other facilities, really showing what they have to this MVP staff and really working their development. It's been fun. It's been exciting. And now we're into baseball. And the early on pressure coming from the gold and white, MVP gold and white team, as they have the bases loaded now with no outs, 3 balls, 2 strikes to count. Get a good look at the number at the plate. And I believe we're looking at number 2. We're looking at number 3. It can't be number 3 if we got all these men on base. And he's batting 4th in the lineup. Unless they switched the lineup over, and that's strike 3 called. Sufficing, I believe that was Carson Cooper. We'll verify that. As the big man, Leland Henry, who participated in yesterday's home run showcase. So that was Carson Cooper that went down with the strikeout. Bases loaded here, 1 out. I just lost it. And Henry takes a first pitch ball. It's Braylon Lewis on the mound. Delivering the pitch, swung on and missed by Henry. We'll take a floater. We'll take a trip around the infield and defense in just a second here as Leland Henry swings and misses at that pitch. Once again, we got Braylon Lewis on the mound for MVP Black. Alex Gutierrez handling the business behind the plate. Brian Johnson over at first base with Mason Diggs playing second. Chris Reed at shortstop, and Aiden Williams completing the infield, as you see right there, the big-time strikeout. Bouncing back is Braylon Lewis, striking out Leland Henry for the second out of the inning. And just for the outfield, left field, you got Zion Marshall. Center field is Ryan Spann, who was another one of those home run contest participants for yesterday from the Derby. That ball gets past, and that's going to move the runners up. And the first run of the game will cross the plate as Dalen McCants, who got on to start the game off, comes around for the game's first score. 1-0 now for the Gold and White. Again, we have Ryan Spann in center field and Jeff Lawrence in right field defensively for the Black. There's a rip right there into left field, and that's going to score a run. The runner rounds a second. There's a throw coming to the plate. It's right on time, and he is out at the plate. A beautiful throw from the right fielder, Jeff Lawrence, to get the out at home and in the inning, but not before that second run crosses off of a nice hit right there by Reagan Michael Hill, the third baseman. And we are underway early with some exciting action here in the middle school MVP All-American game. That's big time action right there. We're going to stay right here with you. Okay, we're going to go to a break right now. Again, we'll be right back with you here in Montgomery, Alabama, Riverwalk Stadium. I'm Mike Shepard. It's baseball time, MVP All-American style. We're back to the action here. Bottom of the second, a big first inning for the Gold and White MVP All-Americans as they put up 2 runs and ended the inning with an amazing throw from the right fielder, the left fielder rather, Zion Marshall. That throw came in from Zion Marshall, the left fielder, and nailed Carrington Foster at the plate. And now on the mound for the Gold and White, it'll be Tyler Neiman, number 12, lefty. Some good stuff. If you're just joining us, we're just underway here, bottom of the first inning. Montgomery, Alabama, Riverwalk Stadium, MVP All-American Middle School game. The first of 3 games, you'll see the underclassmen game and the upperclassmen game immediately following these. Tell a friend to go ahead and log in to MPTV on YouTube to follow all of the action today. 3 balls, 1 strike now to the leadoff batter, Mason Diggs, the second baseman, number 3. At the plate, Mason pops that one up. It looks like that's going to stay in. First baseman making the play on it, and a great play by Leland Henry, showing the wheels, flashing the leather, and getting the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring up our second batter, another one of the home run contest participants who advanced to the later rounds, Chris Reed, the shortstop, stepping into the plate to square off with Tyler Neiman. Tyler delivers. And that ball a little high and through the zone, out the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. Defensively, we'll run around the horn for the gold and white team. Once again, Tyler Neiman on the mound. Behind the plate, Major Williams handling the catching duties. Leland Henry at first. Carson Cooper, the second baseman, while Carrington Foster will play shortstop. And at third base is Reagan Michael Hill, who you saw send that line drive shot for the RBI in the first, the top of the first. There's a strike called. Outfield for the gold and white squad, you have Kingsley Duncan in left field. Fabian Harper will be in center. And Richie Evans rounding out the defense at right as that ball goes, a short ground ball in the infield, thrown over to Leland Henry at first, and that'll be the second out. And breezing through the bottom of the first so far is Tyler Neiman. Gets Chris Reed to ground out. Now at the plate, Ryan Spann, the center fielder. And we saw Ryan launch some bombs over that right field wall yesterday during the home run derby. Big bat for Ryan there. And he takes that one in under, a little close to the chin there. 2 balls, no strikes. 2 outs. Bottom of the first action here in the middle school All-American game. And there's a strike right down Madison Boulevard. If you know, you know. 2 balls, 1 strike. That ball getting away. Great job of securing that behind the plate. Major Williams on his job hopping. There's a pitch. There's a shot deep. It's going to tail foul. But Ryan Spann showing you exactly what we're talking about, bringing that bat through the zone and giving that ball a little how you doing this morning. Home of the biscuits. That's what this stadium is, the biscuits. I love a good biscuit. And that's ball 4 way outside, and Spann will take his base. Reaching on a walk. First walk here by Tyler Neiman, and that's going to bring up number 20, the first baseman, Brian Johnson, stepping into the box. Johnson, a tall kid in this middle school division. He can swing it as well. Waiting that first pitch, a Spann gets the lead and heads back, and that ball tails outside. One ball, no strikes. Oh, and that ball gets away, and it's going to skirt on back. Runner was moving. Major Williams gets back and secures that, but Spann advances on over to second base. Now Black and gold with a chance to get this, to cut into that lead and get one of those runs back right now with this runner in scoring position. And the pitch, swung on, missed. Big cut right there from Johnson. Coming up empty, 2 balls, 1 strike now. Johnson really wanting to get that runner in from second. Neiman trying to leave him right where he is and fakes the throwback, keeping him honest out there. A lot of good strategy early on here. Neiman seeing his first little bit of trouble with the runner in scoring position. Runner moving. Here's the throw down. Major Williams sends it right on the money and gut at third. Is Span. What a throw by Major Williams. And right now you're seeing that while you're watching an All-American game, that's big-time action. Big-time action from behind the plate by Major Williams. And that's going to end the inning. That's the end of the first inning. The Gold and White MVP All-Stars leading 2-0 over the Black and Gold. We'll be right back with you after this for the second inning of action. Back to live action here. Mike Shepard on the call. Montgomery Riverwalk Stadium. We're ready to kick off this second inning of action. It'll be Anthony Crenshaw on the mound for the Black and Gold. And in at the plate, I believe that's number 15, Richie Evans. And he looks at a strike. Evans, the right fielder. Takes the ball. 2 balls, 1 strike. Top of the second. Gold and White, MVP All-Stars. Your visiting team up right now early, 2-0. And missing with that pitch is Anthony Crenshaw. Three balls, 1 strike. Evans protecting that plate and draws a inning leadoff walk. And now Crenshaw will have to face off against number 20, Major Williams, the catcher. And we just saw what Major can do behind that plate as he gunned Ryan Spann trying to steal third and shut down any potential run scoring opportunities in the bottom of the first for the black and gold. And on the move already is Richie Evans, and he's going to be in without a throw, sliding in the second and advancing himself into scoring position and leaving Major Williams with an opportunity to come up big here for his team in the top of the second. Crenshaw looking on, no one covering. Crenshaw stepping off the mound rather. Hoping to keep Richie Evans honest. And delivers. 2 balls, no strikes. Crenshaw delivers. Still unable to find the strike zone. Richie Evans on second. Major Williams at the plate. Crenshaw taking a little walk around the dirt on the mound and taking a deep breath, getting his thoughts together. This kid can throw it. We've seen it. And Evans on the move. And that's going to be ball 4 and a stolen base for Richie Evans as he moves up to third. And Major Williams walks, and he will head on down to first. That's going to bring Kingsley Duncan, the left fielder, into the game. Alex Gutierrez taking a walk out to the mound. Just having a little bit of a conversation with Crenshaw, discussing a little strategy here. Runners on the corners. First and third, no outs. And for the second inning in a row, the Gold and White are pressuring this MVP All-American Black team. Evans dancing down the third base line. Williams on first, the double fake there. And you can tell that they're in Anthony Crenshaw's head right now. And he delivers, swung on and missed for strike number 1, ahead in the batter to start this at-bat as Kingsley Duncan took a huge cut at that one, coming up empty. Crenshaw looks it on. That one caroms off of the catcher and gets back to the back wall. He's going to have to hurry, as that's going to bring Richie Evans across the plate for the third run of the game for the Gold and White. And Major Williams now, who was pinch ran for, I believe. I think they're pitch running for the catcher. Yes, they are. We'll get a look at who's on third base here when he turns to come down the line. But 1-1 count now as Duncan fouls that one back. Trying to see if I can get a look at that number on the runner on third. Oh, and he dropped the ball. Are they going to call the balk? They are. They are definitely going to call the balk as Anthony Crenshaw, in his windup, drops the ball, and that's going to clear the base pad and bring that runner home, and the 4th run of the game for this Gold and White squad. And that was number 20. Oh, that was Major Williams still in the game. I thought they had pinch run for the catcher there, but that was Major Williams who came all the way around, and strike three called for the first out of the inning as Kingsley Duncan goes down and Anthony Crenshaw bounces back. Now base pads empty with those two runs coming across, and it'll bring up the center fielder, Fabian Harper. The lefty looking to keep something going for his team here with just one out. He looks at that ball outside. Two-0 pitch. That one tails outside. 3-0 to the lefty. I'm sure we'll see the big take sign right now for Fabian Harper on this one, as the home plate umpire calls that one a strike, glancing across the outside corner of the plate. And fouled off. That's going to run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 1 out. And that ball is high, and that's going to be a walk drawn by Fabian Harper. And we're right back to the top of the lineup with Dalen McCants, who led everything off and scored the game's first run. Stepping back into the plate now against Anthony Crenshaw, who just has 1 out and another base runner. 2 runs already across the plate here in the top of the second. Crenshaw looks on and misses just off the plate. That first pitch was called a strike. Second pitch called a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch way outside. Hard time handling, but still throws it down to second. But Fabian Harper advances on that pass ball. Two balls, 1 strike. And there's a great pitch to the inside for the second strike. 2-2 now. Count evened up. 1 out, runner on second. The delivery, there's a rip down to the right field side, and that ball's going to get down. They're going to hold him up at third as a beautiful throw comes in. Now runner going over to second. Didn't hit that cutoff man, allowing that runner to advance down the second, and heads up base running by Dalen McCants as he sends a nice little shot into right field. A little pause in the action on the field here as we get ready to see another one of the home run derby contest participants set to enter the box. Looks like we're getting a substitution here for the gold and white. We'll see that as the conversation goes on at the mound and coaches have come out. That's Coach Cam Hollis out at the mound now talking to Anthony Crenshaw. No pitching change, but we did see a batting change as number 5, Brayon Trotman, comes in as the pinch hitter. And he gets a little sweet chin music to welcome him to the game and for ball 1. And you'll see a lot of substitutions today as they're giving all of these kids, a lot of these all-stars here, a chance to show their worth. And that one's fouled back off into the stands and gets stuck on the roof over there. I ain't never seen a baseball stuck on the roof. That was my jam. That was. And that was sprayed down the line again by Trotman. One ball, 2 strikes now. Anthony Crenshaw working ahead. Runners on second and third. And that was called a strike as it went into the dirt. And that'll be a strikeout for Brayon Trotman. Alex Allende now coming in, pinch hitting for this gold and white team. Runners in scoring position on second and third. Anthony Crenshaw on the mound. And Cam Hollis electing to let this young man work himself out of these jams. And I like it. You're building character at this early age, and I really like that decision by the coach. 1 ball, no strikes. 2 outs. The pitch. And that hit him. So Alex will go ahead and take first base, and that's going to load the bases. This will be the last batter of the inning. Amari Berry, and he'll come up with the bases loaded and an opportunity to really make a statement for his team. Amari's first trip to the plate today, and he looks at a first pitch strike. Great pitch by Anthony Crenshaw right there to bounce back after hitting that previous batter. And that one out of the zone. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch, there's a shot. It's hitting the left field, and that's going to get down and get past the left fielder. And they're rounding the bases, and that's going to bring 2 across. 2 more across the plate on that last batter of the inning. And they'll call it with the man still on third. 2 runs come across, and that's going to push that lead to 6. Amari Berry with a single to shallow left picks up 2 RBIs. And that's going to do it for the top of the second. We'll get ready to move to the bottom of the second with the MVP National, when the All-Stars, the MVP All-Stars Gold and White team leading 6-0 over the MVP Black. I'm Mike Shepard. Will be right back here with you at Riverwalk Stadium after this small break. Welcome back to the MVP Middle School All-Star Game. It's been exciting. I'm Mike Shepard on the horn here for you here in Montgomery, Alabama. There's been a lot of runs put up on the board by the All-American Gold and White team. Brian Johnson will start it over here in the bottom half of the second. Fresh count for him, as Spann was thrown out and during his last at-bat to end the last inning. So Brian Johnson Jr. will be right back to the plate now. And he swings on and misses that first pitch from the new pitcher. Number 4, Fabian Harper, in on the mound for the Gold and White, moving in from center field. Missing the strike zone with that one. 1 ball, 1 strike. Big lead for Harper to work with now, with his team putting up 6 runs in those first 2 innings. Now Brian Johnson looking to get something started for the Black. That ball missing low through the zone. 3 balls, 1 strike now. It's Fabian Harper looking to settle in. And missing low and inside on that one for ball 4. And Brian Johnson will take his base. Now we'll see number 18, third baseman Aiden Williams, stepping into the box. His first plate appearance of the game, with Johnson on first. Harper from the stretch. Swung on, missed, strike 1 to Williams. That tailing curveball just outside the bat, the head of the bat, right into the catcher's mitt for strike 1. Harper delivers again. That one's outside. The pitch. Swung on, missed. Strike 2. One-two pitch. Runner on first. There's a shot over towards right field. Straight away and handled easily by Richie Evans for out number 1. Richie Evans right in the right place right there for that shot, and pulls it in easy. And that's going to bring Anthony Crenshaw, who we just saw on the mound in the first half. Runner going. Crenshaw sends that one over towards the right. Let's see what happens. Can he get there? Yes, second baseman gets there, throws it over to first. And Brian Johnson with a heads-up base running play, able to get back. But what a great play right there by second baseman Carson Cooper, ranging all the way to his left, outstretched arms, just getting that ball into the web of the glove, and then being aware enough to get it over to first to try and double up Johnson. But Johnson with a heads-up play as well. He was stealing on that play, halfway to second, and able to put the brakes on and get all the way back. That's how long that ball hung up there. So we're seeing some good action now to the plate. Is Zion Marshall, the left fielder. There's a rip into left field to his counterpart for a 2-out single right there from Zion Marshall. And that was a hot shot off the bat. And that's going to bring up the right fielder, Jeff Lawrence. And now with 2 outs and 2 men on, he has an opportunity to get a little something cooking for his ball club here. Fabian Harper feeling a little bit of pressure now on the mound. and swung on with a big cut right there by Jeff Lawrence, unable to connect. No balls, one strike. It's 11:01 in the morning here Central Time. I'm Mike Shepard on the call. It is a pleasure to be calling this All-American game, middle school All-American game for minority baseball prospects. Just yards away from the Riverwalk here in Montgomery, Alabama. 2 balls, 1 strike. Jeff Lawrence at the plate. It's a showdown with him and Fabian Harper now. And that ball tailing outside. 3 balls, 1 strike. We should see Jeff get a better ball to look at and pitch as Harper calls the time to tie those shoes up. And the pitch. Grounded over to first. On top of that one, that looks like M.J. Palmer, who has come in to play first. It is M.J. Palmer subbing into the game for Leland Henry and handling that hot shot ground ball and shutting down the inning. 2 men left on. Nothing brewing in the bottom of the second for the black and gold All-Americans. And that's going to end the inning. Fabian Harper getting out of a jam. So we're moving to the third. 6-0 right now. The gold and white ahead. 6-0. I'm Mike Shepard. We'll be right back with you here in Montgomery, Alabama after this. Back to the action here, top of the third. Montgomery, Alabama, MVP Middle School All-American game. Zion Marshall, number 17, on the mound now for the black and gold. And he'll be squaring it off. Let's see. Looks like that's number 11, Blake Evans at the plate. And Evans looks at a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike now. That ball tailing out of the zone from Marshall. 2 balls, 1 strike. We've seen the gold team put up runs, gold and white team put up runs in both of the first 2 innings, stretching their lead out to 6-0 here to start the third. As the black and gold team unable to get anything going offensively or put anything together, and there's a walk. And Evans will head on down to first base. And that's going to bring up big number 21, Chase Mack, stepping into the box with a runner on first. Zion Marshall. Good scoop behind the plate. And that one bounces up and in front, knocked down by the catcher, but there's not going to be any play at second. Alex Gutierrez does a good job keeping that ball in as Blake Evans advances down to second base now in scoring position. Swung on, big cut from Chase Mack right there and missed. 2 balls, 1 strike now your count. Beautiful pitch right there by Zion Marshall. A tailing fastball. And once again, that time timed up a little bit better by Mack and sent over into foul territory. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. Runner on second, no outs. Top of the third inning. Two pitch. Strike 3 called as Chase Mack goes down looking, glancing across that front corner of the plate right there. Zion Marshall with a beautiful strikeout pitch for the first out of the inning. Stepping to the plate now. The beautiful first pitch strike. And that's number 16 now. That ball gets away from the catcher. And I'm looking over my roster. Give me just a second. We'll get that information for you. On our man at the plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. Number 16 is Mark Sanders. And he has a runner on third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. The pitch swung on, missed for strike 3 in the second out of the game. Big pitch right there from Zion Marshall. And now the black and gold are cooking. A runner 90 feet away there, 60 feet away, 90 feet away, rather, and up steps to the plate. And we're not going to see that number because of the beautiful locks there. We'll have to have someone on the sideline send us that report up. One ball, no strikes. I'm calling my mystery man. Mysterio to the plate. Yesterday I asked all the kids who their favorite superhero would be. He's going to be his own superhero today. Making me miss my locks. I remember my locks for that long. See, he looks at 3-0 now. And Zion Marshall falling way behind with this runner on third. And batter steps out. And that one misses low through the zone for ball 4. I want to say that that's number 9, Jordan Schenkel. But it could have been Stephen Taylor, number 1. We'll have to get the confirmation on that one for you. At any rate, two outs here. Zion Marshall. Delivering the first pitch strike. And that looks like number 12, Tyler Neiman, who started the game off at pitcher. We'll confirm it. Is that a 12 you're seeing there? That is number 12, Tyler Neiman. Looking at 2 balls, no strikes. The runner advances. Mysterio advances down to second. And that ball gets away. 3-0 now. Zion Marshall behind. So we have confirmed that is Stephen Taylor, number 1, on second base. I still say we call him Mysterio. I like that. I like that. I mean, but we're going to call him Stephen Taylor, just so the people know. But we'll call him Stephen Taylor, a.k.a. Mysterio. There's Blake Evans and Stephen Taylor on the base paths. Runners on second and third. There's a strike from Zion Marshall. 3 balls, 1 strike. Take sign on all the way for Tyler Neiman there. Marshall with the 3-1 pitch. And that was set right back up out the middle. Great position at shortstop. And boom, there's the third out to shut down the opportunity to score. 2 men left on. Beautiful play right there by the shortstop. That's Chris Reed playing over the top of the bag in position to keep that ball from getting up the middle and getting the third out of the inning with a beautiful throw over the first. And just like that, a scoreless inning for the Gold and White team. We're going to move it to the bottom of the third. 6-0, Gold and White over MVP, All-American, Black and Gold. We'll be back in just a moment. Stay tuned. Welcome back here to Montgomery, Alabama for the MVP Middle School All-Star game here between the Gold and White and the Black and Gold. Right now, Gold and White with the 6-run advantage as moving into the bottom of the third. Alex Gutierrez steps up to the plate. And Gutierrez, first pitch swinging, and that one is handled and caught by the second baseman. That looks like Steven Taylor, who came on to hit. Might have stayed on in the game. We're not sure. I have to see that number. Oh, no, the locks aren't long enough. So that's not Steven Taylor. That may still be Carson Cooper, who started the game off at second, but we'll get a chance to see those numbers. And stepping in for his first plate appearance is Richard Kleibert Jr. Swinging and missing there. 1 ball, 1 strike. As he faces off with the new pitcher, Alex Allende. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one not making it through the zone. 2-1. Bottom of the third here. And Allende falling behind. 3 balls, 1 strike now to Richard Kleibert Jr. Black and gold team looking to get something going. And there's a strike through the zone. Bringing the count full, 3 balls, 2 strikes. They are really looking to get something going here in the bottom of the third. It'll get to a point to where it seems like time is starting to run out on them. And they want to start chipping into that lead right now. As Kleibert looks for the full count pitch. And there's a strike on the outside corner for strike number 3, and they'll toss it around the horn. Beautiful pitch, glancing right across that outside corner for the strikeout. And that's going to bring up number 12, Miles Turner, for his first plate appearance of the game. Stepping in again, you're going to see a lot of players rotated on these All-American team rosters. There's a swing by Sanders. Let's see if he can beat it out. And he cannot. Out number 3 is coming off of the mound. Was Alex Allende fielding that one and getting it over to first for the third out. Nothing doing here in the bottom of the third for the black and gold. And a quick 1-2-3 inning to end the third. We'll be right back with you after this break and some 4th inning action at the middle school MVP All-American game. Welcome back to Montgomery, Alabama here. MVP, All-American game, middle school division. It's been all gold and white so far here today. Trent Colquitt going to step in now for his first plate appearance. And he's going to face off with another new pitcher, number 9, Chase Fleming. And Chase Fleming looking to follow Zion Marshall's lead from the last inning and leave out with no runs. First pitch swinging, Colquitt popping it up over to the shortstop. And that's Chris Reed bringing that one in for out number 1. And 1 pitch, 1 out. That's a good start for Fleming. But now he'll have a big task at hand, and I do mean big task at hand, as one of yesterday's home run derby participants, MJ Palmer, steps in to swing the bat. And MJ is a big hitter, and Fleming way outside the zone with that one. MJ's second at bat of the game. He was a part of that trio that was bases loaded in the first inning where 2 runs came across. And way outside again is Fleming, being very, very cautious with the way that he's pitching Palmer. Marcus Palmer Jr. MJ looks at ball 3 outside the zone. 3-0 is the count. And I'm sure we'll see the take sign on right now for MJ. But then again, this is a national all-star game here, so he might be swinging if it looks good. And he was just doing just that as that ball comes back foul our way, lands on the roof. Or as we say, where I'm from, the roof. Landed on the roof. Somebody go get that ball off the roof. And MJ steps out. 3 balls, 1 strike to count. 1 out here already in the top of the 4th. And the pitch. Ball 4 taken, and Palmer will take his walk down to first base. As that ball way high outside the zone. And that looks like it'll bring up number 3, Carrington Foster. So Carrington gets ready to step in, and the umpire comes over to get some new balls. They got definitely new balls. He's taking the cellophane off of that one. There we go right there. Those seem to be wrapped up, yeah. I don't know where he got them balls from Six Flags. That's the free ball they get away with sitting on. Put them back in the box. Yep. All right, now we're ready to rock and roll here. Chase Fleming on the mound. 1 man on. That's MJ Palmer over at first. Carrington Foster at the plate. And a little game of cat and mouse here as Foster steps out. Fleming steps off. That ball getting past the catcher, and Palmer's going to make his way down to second on that pass ball. Now a runner in scoring position for Carrington Foster. And in that first and second inning, we saw this gold and white team take full advantage of those base runners, putting 6 runs across the plate. Last inning, stranding 2 off of a great pitching performance by Zion Marshall to bounce back after he got into a little bit of trouble and keep those guys on the base pass to end the inning. Now we're watching Chase Fleming now. We'll see what he's made of. 1 ball, 1 strike to Carrington Foster. Fleming with the pitch. And that ball goes outside and not squeezed by the catcher. And that's going to give another free bag to Palmer. And you got to squeeze that one. And I believe that is number 6, Gutierrez, back behind the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Swung on, miss for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. MJ Palmer right up the road there on third base. The 2-2 pitch coming. Just outside the plate. Just outside the plate. 3 balls, 2 count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, full count. And Chase Fleming with the payoff pitch. And that's going to be high and outside, and Carrington Foster will take his bag. So there'll be runners at the corner. And number 2, Carson Cooper, will step to the plate, ready to do a little bit more damage. Cooper, the second baseman. We saw him make that spectacular grab last inning. And that ball tails inside. Cooper struck out his first time up. Be looking to protect the plate. That time he came in swinging, and that ball's going to get past Reed. That's going to bring in 1 run and an RBI single for Carson Cooper. In his second plate appearance. And now Chase Fleming feeling a little bit of this pressure that the other pitchers for this black and gold team have felt, as he's looking at 2 men on, first and second with just 1 out. MJ Palmer coming across for that run. And Leland Henry at the plate. And we know that Leland Henry can put a charge into this ball. He struck out his first time up. He'll be looking to get a little get back right now against Chase Fleming. One 0 pitch. Swung on, miss. Big cut from Henry. Coming up empty on that one. And Chase Fleming coming right at Henry with that fastball. 1-1 count. 2 men on. Shading Henry just a little bit to the left. And that one blocked up by Gutierrez, but both runners running and advancing. So now you got 2 runners in scoring position, 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. And the pressure is still being put on by this gold and white team. Oh, and that one comes too far inside. And now you hear the organizers of MVP telling Leland to stay in. That'll be 3 balls, 1 strike. We want to give these young people an opportunity to show their worth. This has been a spectacular weekend here for minority baseball prospects in Montgomery, Alabama. A lot of college scouts here, a lot of big-time names around baseball here in the city specifically to watch this. And they want to make sure that we give each and every one of these young people an opportunity to do their things. 1 ball, 1 strike. And that one fouled back to the net. 1-2. And you notice what they did. They put a neutral count in after that hit by pitch. 1 ball, 1 strike. Giving Henry the opportunity. He's grabbing that shoulder. It's a little stinger, you know. Chase Fleming is throwing some heat up there for this middle school age.
And, it's going to leave a little mark on there for Henry for next week. He'll have a little something to show off at school. And swung on and missed for strike 3. As Leland Henry goes down with his second strikeout. But we all know that in an official game, just in the world game, he would have had his base on balls. But again, we want these young people the opportunity to swing that bat and show what they have. And now we have number 22, Reagan Michael Hill, up to the plate. He had that single to left to bring in the runs to start off that first inning. That RBI. Runners on second and third, 2 outs. Swung on and missed again there. 1 ball, 1 strike. Some good stuff coming off the hands of Chase Fleming. Mike Hill, 1 ball, 1 strike. Swung on and missed again. He likes that inside fastball, just unable to catch up with it and time it up right there. And that's going to put him behind in the count. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And Chase Fleming just 1 pitch away from getting out of this inning. Runners on second and third. There's the pitch. And that one goes over the head of the catcher and all the way to the backstop, and sliding into home plate is number 2. That was, that was number 3, Carrington Foster, sliding into home there. Carson Cooper advancing to third. 2 balls, 2 strikes now for Hill. And strike 3 called as Hill gets caught looking, and the inning ends. But 1 pitch too late as 2 more runs come across the plate for the Gold and White team, and they extend that lead going into the bottom half of the 4th to 8-0 over the Black and Gold. We're going to take a pause for the calls right now and be right back with you here at this MVP All-Star Spectacular in Montgomery, Alabama. I'm Mike Shepard. I'll be right back with you in just a moment. back here in Montgomery, Alabama. Beautiful field right here next to the Riverwalk in downtown Montgomery, Alabama, the home of the Biscuits. But this is an MVP middle school all-star game here, the All-Americans. MVP All-American game. And now his first plate appearance, this is number 11, Braylon Lewis at the plate. He'll be squaring off against the new pitcher, number 14, Amari Berry. And Berry starts off quick. 1 ball, 1 strike to Lewis. Berry the pitch. Swung on and missed by Lewis. Only 11 batters so far crossing the plate for this. Reaching the plate to get an at-bat for this black and gold team. And they really need to get some offense going right now with just 1 hit here in the bottom, so far here in the bottom of the 4th. And there's a nice hot shot over the shortstop. Fielded up, thrown over the first, off the bag, but able to recover and step on it for the out is the first baseman. As that throw went a little errant. Trying to see what number that is that substituted in over the shortstop. But that'll be out number 1. And LaQuinton Brooks stepping in for his first plate appearance, seeing strike 1 go by. Swung on and missed for strike 2. And Amari Berry working smart, fast, and good right now. Ahead of the count, 0-2. Chase Fleming on deck for the black and gold. Now that ball bounces up and hits LaQuinton Brooks. And he'll take his base. Chase Fleming now to the plate. With a runner on first. Berry from the stretch. The pitch. Strike 1 right down the heart of Madison. He threw that one straight down Coosa Boulevard. Those of you who've been hanging out in Montgomery the last couple of days, you'll appreciate that reference. Coosa Street. And there's a throw down to second with the runner moving, and he's in safely. As LaQuinton Brooks steals a bag. Chase Fleming now, 1 ball, 1 strike with a man in scoring position and an opportunity to pick up an RBI. The first of the game for his team as they trail 8-0 here in the bottom of the 4th. Two balls, 1 strike. Good job of hopping by the catcher behind the plate there. There's a little inside. That pitch comes in a little close for comfort right there for Fleming. He'll be looking at a 3-ball, 1 strike count. Runner on second still. 1 out here, bottom of the 4th. And the pitch fouled back by Fleming, staying alive there. There's going to be 3-2 now, full count coming up. Fleming looking to protect that plate. Amari Berry on the mound looking to get this second out and leave that man standing on second. And there's a hot shot down the third, and that one gets away from him. They're going to round the runner. He's going to come home, and he's going to make it in easily as The play ends up at second base, and he's safe sliding behind the tag. A one-out hit rather, for Chase Fleming, scoring the run and getting in for the double. Great heads-up base running right there by Chase Fleming, and a great job of putting that ball in a position. Though that was a tricky hop over at third and unable to be handled, and the black and gold are on the board. Tyson Owens, number 16, now steps into the batter's box, up to the plate. Chase Fleming on second. And there's a little shot blooper, and that's inside the line. That's a fair ball. And they're going to round him. Here comes the play. Oh, into the cutoff man. They didn't even see that Chase Fleming had rounded third, and he scores easily. He scores easily, and an RBI single right there for Tyson Owens. And 2 runs on the board now for the black and gold team, and just 1 out. And Amari Berry now feeling the pressure. Runner going, throw down to second, won't be in time, and Tyson Owens swipes a bag, getting himself in scoring position, and now the black and gold just chipping away at that lead here in the bottom of the 4th. Beautiful pitch right there to bounce back by Amari Berry. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Another great pitch right there. A little off speed straight down the heart of the plate. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And that ball tails outside the zone. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Infield playing it straight away right now with this runner on second. Focused on the batter. Swung and missed for strike 2. Oh, that was strike 3, and he's out of there. And that was number 1, Logan Campbell, striking out for the 2nd out of the inning. And now to the plate, Jasper Evans Jr. swinging at that first pitch and missing. That ball a little bit low through the zone for Evans. 1 ball, 1 strike, runner in scoring position. Evans with a chance to chip a little bit more into that lead. And the pitch. Just a little bit high. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two-one pitch. Bottom of the 4th. 2 outs. That one gets behind the catcher. Good secondary lead. And Tyson Owens able to move down to third. Three balls, 1 strike to count to Jasper Evans Jr. And that ball high and outside, and Jasper will work his way down to first. That's going to bring up number 22, Caleb Davis. With runners on the corners and 2 outs. That ball missing the zone. 1 ball, no strikes. And Jasper makes his way over to second base. There's a strike called. 1 ball, 1 strike. Cutting across that top right corner of the plate. 8-2 your score. And that's the ball outside. Davis not willing to chase that one. 2 balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. Swung and missed for strike 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes now. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 2 runs already across the plate and 2 men on here. The Deuces are running wild in Montgomery, Alabama today. And number 22 at the plate grounds it over to first. And that'll be the 3rd out of the inning with 2 men left on. But 2 runners come across, bringing that score from 8-0 to 8-2. The gold and white MVP All-American team leads. I'm Mike Shepard here in Montgomery, Alabama. We'll be back with you for the top of the 5th. Welcome back here to Montgomery, Alabama for the MVP All-American Middle School game right here on the home field of the AA Biscuits. And we have a little bit of pause in the action here as Richie Evans steps in, and he's going to face off against number 6. I'm going to pause just for a second here. Give me one moment. Back to the action here. Aiden Williams now on the mound for the black and gold, facing off against Richie Evans, who walked his first time up. We're going to pause away from the audio action for just a moment here while we work on some technical difficulties. And Aiden Williams able to retire Richie Evans right there on that pop out to the infielder. For the first out of the inning. That's going to bring number 20, the catcher, Major Williams, up to the plate. He looks at a first pitch ball. And Williams swings, grounds it over to third base, scooped up. Thrown over the first for an easy out for out number 2. Great job of staying down on that ball right there by number 11, Braylon Lewis, to get the out. And it's 2 quick outs on the board for the black and gold. And swung on and missed right there as Kingsley Duncan steps back in. He struck out his first time at bat. Swinging and missing, fouling that one off to the wall. And Aiden Williams working ahead in the count. 2 quick outs for him this inning. Way outside with that one. One ball, one strike. The 1-1 pitch. Nobody on. Top of the fifth, swung on and missed for strike number 2. Williams throwing that one past Duncan. 1 ball, 2 strikes here, 2 outs. And that one tailing away. The 2-2 pitch coming. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Top of the fifth. 8-2 your score. MVP All-American gold and white team over the black and gold team, but there's swung on and missed for strike 3 to end the inning. A big strikeout right there from Aiden Williams, and a 1-2-3 inning, the first that we've seen all game for this black and gold team, and it comes right off the heels of their first inning of putting some offensive production on the board with those 2 runs, and now we'll go into the bottom of the 5th with the black and gold trailing the gold and white 8-2. We'll be back in a moment for the bottom of the 5th.
We are back to the action here. Riverwalk Stadium in Montgomery, Alabama, MVP Middle School All-American game. The gold and white MVP All-Americans ahead in this one right now over the black and gold All-Americans. 8-2, a one-sided contest to this point so far. And the black and gold just trying to do what they can to scrap and fight their way back into this one. Take a look to see who this is at bat. And there's a strike called. 3 balls, 2 strike now.
21.
At the plate for the black, that's number 21. As he draws a walk. I'll get a name for you in just a second here. I believe that was Camden Watkins, or Walkins, Camden Walkins, and Walkins will head on down to second. Mason Diggs stepping back up to the plate, his second at bat. First time up, fouled it off into foul, popped it up into foul territory for the opening out. And 3 balls now, no strikes. 2 Diggs. Richie Evans on the mound for the gold and white squad. Mason Diggs with a 3-0 count coming. And that ball high, well out the zone, and he'll take his bag. Now runners on first and second here with no outs. And we have a little something cooking for this All-American black and gold team with Chris Reed, who grounded out his first time, stepping up to the plate. And Chris looks at a first pitch strike.
Oh, that's what happened.
That ball just a little bit inside. 1 ball, 1 strike now. Chris Reed can hit it for power. We saw that yesterday. And runner moving from second. And they're going to actually try the guy at second. Throw was there, just unable to secure it with the tag. And the double steal, heads-up play right there by Major Williams to throw behind the runner to second base. Knew he didn't have a chance of getting Camden Watkins still in third, but threw it to second because of the later jump. And nearly got Mason Diggs. There's a shot over the third, over the shortstop, fielded up cleanly. That'll hold the runner, but a run will come across as the sacrifice to short from Chris Reed. Plates a runner. And now the score is 8-3. The black and gold team chipping away at that lead. Runner on second now. And that's going to bring Ryan Spann. And we know that Ryan Spann can change the complexity of this game with one swing of the bat. We saw a long foul ball from him earlier. And Richie Evans is going to have to be very, very careful
in his approach to the lefty. 1 ball, 1 strike now, 1 out, 1 runner on second base. And that ball just missing off the plate. 2 balls, 1 strike. Two one pitch. And everybody will step out and step off, and we'll do it again. The pitch that's bounced up there. 3 balls, 1 strike now. To Span. Span was cut down trying to steal third early on in the game. And it had been all gold and white since then. Span with the opportunity, looking 3 balls, 1 strike now. Swung on and missed. 3-2 is your count. It's a full count. Here's the 3-2 pitch. And that's ball 4, and still going to be a full count as they're giving these 2 young men an opportunity to battle it out. Richie Evans and Ryan Span. And that ball way outside the zone for ball 4. And Span will take his bag. And that'll bring Big Brian Johnson up to the plate. Brian Johnson coming in now to face off with Richie Evans with 2 men on and 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th. 1 run already plated in this half inning. And that ball bouncing in the dirt, knocked down by the catcher. 1 ball, no strikes. Johnson looking to put a charge into this ball. There's a shot down the third base line. That ball is fair, and these runners are going to be moving. Here's a play coming in the third, and it's going to be not in time as the double, stand-up double from Brian Johnson scores a run. And that's going to be, he was the last batter of that inning. But Brian Johnson with the RBI single. And pulled that score to 8-4. And what a rip that was by Johnson. Now we'll get a chance this next coming inning to see Chris Reed on the mound. He's been over there as shortstop. And Chris with a really, really strong arm. We'll really get a chance to see what he has. We're in between innings here, headed to the top of the 6th. I'm Mike Shepard in Montgomery, Alabama. Just a minute's walk away from the Riverwalk. It's Minority Baseball Prospects All-American game between the white and gold and the black and gold right here on the Biscuits field. I'll be right back with you in a moment. We're back. Top of the sixth here. Chris Reed now on the mound for the black and gold. Looks like number 4, Fabian Harper at the plate. Swung on and missed. Harper drew a walk his first time at bat. 1 ball, 1 strike. Strike 2 called. 1 ball, 2 strikes now as that one floated its way back through the zone. And Reed working ahead. And strike 3 called, looking at the plate right there as Harper as he goes down. Beautiful fastball coming right at the batter from Chris Reed. And that'll bring up number 16, Mark Sanders, back to the plate. Struck out his first time. A ball missing, 2 balls, no strikes. And that breaking ball did not break. And that'll bring up a 3-0 count. A little mix up in the signals right there between catcher and pitcher. It looks like Stephen Taylor going out to have a bit of a conversation with Reed. Oh, I'm sorry. That looks like it's not. Yep, that looks like Stephen Taylor. It is. Playing catcher this inning for the black and gold. They're all MVP All-Americans. And coach is working to make sure all of these kids get some good reps and good exposure during this game. That ball fouled back. And out to the street. Mark Sanders staying alive here. 3 balls, 1 strike. And that's ball 4. He'll take his base. It's going to bring number 12, Tyler Neiman, to the plate. Neiman, who started the game on the mound for the Gold and White. He's the one that's in a position to get this win. Runner on first. There's a shot to the outfield. And coming in to make the catch and make the play in shallow right field. It's number 16 right there, Tyson Owens. And we've seen a lot from Tyson Owens. He had the RBI single. He had a steal, a swipe third. Now coming in to make that play. Throwing behind the runner. Oh, way to hop back there behind the plate by Stephen Taylor. Unable to get the leaning Mark Sanders. But with 2 outs, they woke him up over there at first and let him know that we haven't forgotten about you. And he's back in there. That one gets past. number 6, Alex Allende. It is at the plate. 2 balls, 1 strikes to Allende. And he fouls that one right back towards us for strike number 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Now 2 outs. Runner on second. We're in the top of the 6th. Chris Reed on the mound, missing low. He's pitched a pretty strong inning since coming in. Coming in from shortstop to the bump. And the pitch. Oh, beautiful curveball. There's nothing to do but ring him up right there. That breaking ball dropped off of a table, and Chris Reed gets the strikeout and ends the inning, bringing the black and gold back into the dugout for the bottom of the 6th inning. Now the black and gold only trailing by 4 runs. We saw a 4-run second inning come out of this the gold and white team. And maybe the black and gold has that up their sleeve here for this. We're going to pause for the calls. We're coming back into the bottom half of the 6th. In just a second, we're in the Minority Prospects All-American Middle School game. We'll be right back with you in just a moment. Back live here at the middle school All-American game. Minority Baseball Prospects. Gold and white leading right now 8-4 over the black and gold. And we're into the bottom of the 6th. New pitcher for the gold and white, M.J. Palmer, number 23, M.J. Palmer, in on the bump. And he'll square off first here with Aiden Williams. And he blows that one past him for strike number 2. Williams flew out to right field his first at bat. And the 0-2 pitch just outside the zone from Palmer. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Palmer set to deliver. That ball low. Good eye right there by Williams. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I like this matchup. Pitcher to batter right here. M.J. Palmer, a strong arm. Aiden Williams, a strong bat. And they are matched up now, and it's locked at a full count. 3 balls, 2 strikes to start off the bottom of the 6th. The black and gold trail by 4. There's the pitch. Oh, just outside the zone, says home plate umpire. And Aiden Williams draws the walk. And that'll bring up number 5. As you see, we're switching players over as well. So that's a Brayon Trotman coming up now, getting a second opportunity to get to this plate. Aubryon Trotman, and he fouls that one back to the net. Williams on first, Trotman at the plate. And another one fouled back into the net. MJ Palmer on the mound. No balls, 2 strikes now. And bounces that one up there as Williams takes off for second. Number 15, Anthony Crenshaw on deck. Trotman. Oh, runner going. And Palmer recognized it. Beautiful move to throw over to third. Williams had already committed and went on to swipe the bag. Third baseman unable to hang on to that one for the clean tag. And now Williams standing on third here. And there's a shot handled. Caught by the second baseman. For the first out of the inning. And that's going to bring Anthony Crenshaw to the plate. Crenshaw was on the mound during that second inning when the bats exploded for the gold and white squad. I know he'd like to get some get back right now with a nice hit. That ball to the inside, squeezing past the catcher, and Aiden Williams is going to score easily to pull his team 3 points closer, 3 runs closer to that 8-point advantage right now. 8-5. Gold and white leading. And Anthony Crenshaw at the mound, at the plate rather, trying to keep it going for his team here. 1 out. 1 ball, no strikes. Check swing, ground out over the first. They'll handle that one easily for the second out of the inning. And that's going to bring Zion Marshall to the plate. He singled to left his first time up. Zion with 2 outs, trying to keep things alive for his team. And that ball tailing just outside the zone. 1 ball, no strike. The pitch. And shot down, sprayed down the right field side, but foul. And Marshall will look at the 1 ball, 1 strike count as he steps back into the box. One you count. Swung on, miss, strike 2. Another spray down the right-hand side. Looking at 1 ball, 2 strikes. If you're Zion, you see that train coming, perfect time to work on your target practice. And that one comes behind him in the dirt. 2-2 the count. They're swung on and missed for strike 3. Or maybe I had the count wrong. Oh, he fouled it off. Okay, it was foul tipped. And that one went off the official as well. 2-2 count. And a shot over through shortstop, past the shortstop. That ball is rolling. It gets past the outfielders as they were in a little bit shallow. And that's going to be a stand-up double for Zion Marshall as he now pulls himself to 2 for 2 on the game. He had a single to left, and then that hot shot single past the shortstop just kept on rolling, and they had him play way too shallow to get any type of angle on that ball, and it's a stand-up double for Zion Marshall. Great job of hitting by that young man. And M.J. Palmer not out of the woods yet. And now he has to face off with number 5, Jeff Lawrence, who grounded out to first base his first time up. And they say he checked his swing. 1 ball, 1 strike. 2 outs here. Runner on second. 8-5 your score. The Gold and White MVP All-Americans leading, but there's a shot right there from Jeff Lawrence into center field. We'll see what the play at the plate looks like, and no, we won't because it's cut off, and they put the brakes on Zion Marshall over at third base, but a great job of hitting by Jeff Lawrence as he singles to center. Now to bring number 6, Alex Gutierrez, to the plate. Gutierrez popped out to second base his last time up. And now with the chance here with runners on the corners and 2 outs, his team trailing by 3. He represents the tying run. Swung on and missed. 1 ball, 1 strike. M.J. Palmer 1 out away from getting out of this jam. Gutierrez 1 swing away from making it real sticky. Runner moving at first, and they're not going to even worry about him. Now you have 2 runners in scoring position. 2 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Palmer with the pitch. That ball low and inside. 3 balls, 1 strike. And now the pressure surmounts here as Palmer looks to get a pitch that can get him out of this situation. And there's a beautiful pitch right down the heart of the plate. 3 balls, 2 strikes now. Full count, the payoff pitch on the way here. 3-2 count, 2 outs, 2 men on. And that ball tails away, and Gutierrez earns a bag. Now this will be the last batter of the inning. You heard the PA announcer. And that brings up number 2, Richard Kleibert Jr., with an opportunity. And I tell you what, a triple right here from Kleibert Jr. ties this ball game. A grand slam puts his team ahead. And that was a little up under the chin. 2 balls, no strikes. So we get prepared for the underclassmen game coming up after this. You don't want to miss it. Timeout called. The MVP All-American Underclassmen game coming up after this. Right here on MPTV, streaming live on YouTube, MPTV. Here's the pitch from Palmer. There's a strike. 2 balls, 1 strike now. To Richard Kleebert Jr. That one in the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike. The pitch, high chopper in the foul territory down the right field side. It's going to run the count full. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. 3 men on. The MVP All-American Black and Gold team trailing by 3 here. There's a pitch. There's a rip. Oh, dangerous shot right there. As they got to pay attention down in that corner. Somebody should have yelled 4. Everybody yelled head. Somebody need to yell, watch out. Something. 3-2 pitch. And that's ball 4. I'm going to walk him around. Well, another run comes across. 8-6 now. But we'll flip the sides. As we head into the top of the 7th, it's a tight game now, 8-6. The MVP All-American Middle School game between the gold and white and the black and gold is closer than we have seen so far, 8-6. We'll be right back with you here in Montgomery after this. We are back here in Montgomery, middle school MVP All-American game. The gold and white versus the black and gold. Right now, the gold and white ahead 8-6 as we move into the top of the last inning, top of the seventh. New pitcher on the mound for the black and gold, number 13, Ryan Spann, the lefty. And he'll start this inning off, faced off with number 14, Amari Berry. And Berry had a 2 RBI single to the left, his first at bat, and he is hit by a pitch to start off his second at bat. It looked like he tried to make it look like it was a foul ball, looking for an opportunity to swing it, but nothing doing here. As we get number 11, Blake Evans, to the plate. He walked his first time up. One runner on for the lefty Spann. He'll face off with Blake Evans. Balake Evans. Blake. A little key and peel for you guys as that ball gets past the catcher, and Barry will skirt down to second. The 1-0 pitch. There's a strike from Ryan Spann. Now he's ready to rock and roll here. 1 ball, 1 strike. That one bounces up to the plate, unable to be handled by the catcher back there. I believe that's Steven Taylor in handling the catching duties for the black and gold team. And Barry advances over to third. 2 scoreless innings in a row in the previous innings for the gold and white team. They've been stuck on that 8 since the 4th. And that one getting past and coming home on that pass ball is Barry. And that'll clear the bases. And just as I spoke, that 8 turns to a 9. 9-6 the lead now. Three-one count to Blake. And Blake will make it on. That's a live ball, and the catcher turns around looking for the ump to hand him a ball, and that's a no-no, Mr. Taylor. Not on ball 4. That is a live ball and heads-up play right there from Blake Evans as he turns that walk into a walk with an extra bag, and he's standing on second in scoring position. With Chase Mack coming to the plate now. Mack looks at ball 1 with the runner in scoring position. Mack struck out his first time up. Looking to play the redemption song as he watches that one low and outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Blake Evans on second. 3-0 count to Chase Mack. And 4 pitches, 4 balls. And Mack will take his base down at first. Now no outs here. Runners on first and second. Top of the 7th. And Ryan Spann having just a little bit of trouble finding the strike zone early on here. 1 run already plated here in the top of the 7th. And Coach White. All right, they're rotating out right now, trying to shorten it up, make sure that every arm and every batter, every pitching arm gets a chance to pitch, and every kid gets a chance to get to that plate and swing it at least twice. So that's what the ultimate goal for these MVP All-Star Showdowns is all about. We're going to pause for the calls 1 second. We'll be right back with you in just a minute. I'm Mike Shepard on the call here in Montgomery, Alabama for the MVP Minority Prospects All-American Middle School game. We'll be back in a second. Back to the live action here in Montgomery, Alabama, MVP Middle School All-American game. And we'll start the inning off with number 12, Miles Sanders stepping in. Grounded out back to the pitcher his first time up. That time does the same thing, bounces off. Pitcher throws it over and still able to get him for the out. Hard time seeing that number there. I believe that's number 21, Chase Mack, who has come on to pitch here. Nope. Give me one moment. We'll confirm that.
30. Yeah, 30.
And stepping into the box now. Looks like number 11, Braylon Lewis. And that pitch trails outside for ball 4. And Lewis will take his base. It's going to bring up LaQuinton Brooks, who was hit by a pitch his last at bat. His team trailing by 3 here in the bottom of the 7th. Mac on the mound. That ball past the catcher to the backstop. And Lewis moves down to second. Three balls, no strikes. LaQuinton Brooks at the plate. And Quint watches ball 4 go well outside. And that's going to bring up number 9, Chase Fleming, who had an RBI double his last at bat. Pretty good showing on the mound today from Chase as well. And he looks at a first pitch strike from Mac. Chase and Chase. Chase versus Chase. The chase is on right now. And there he looks at a strike 2. He might want to start chasing some of this with that bat before he's back in the dugout. 0-2 right now to count as Chase is ahead of Chase. But that ball way outside, and Chase Fleming did good not to chase that one. Is that enough Chase references so far? Maybe one more? 3 more. Okay. Mac loads it up. And high and inside as Fleming ducks down out the way of it. 2-2 count here. 1 out, 2 on. Bottom of the 7th inning. And swung and fouled back, so Chase Fleming will stay alive there with that cut. Two pitch coming again. And that was behind him, getting past the catcher, unable to squeeze that one in. And the runners both advance. 3 balls, 2 strikes, your count now. A little fun going on down there at second base. Great sportsmanship, piling around there between LaQuinton Brooks, rather. Oh, there's a shot into the gap. A huge gapper right there from Fleming, from Chase Fleming. 2 runs are going to score. Fleming's headed to second, and he'll be in safely with another double, his second double of the game. And Chase Fleming pulls his team within 1, 9-8. The score now, and that's his second RBI double of the game. 2 RBIs come across right there, that time for Chase Fleming. And another gapper right there from number 16. Fleming's going to be held up. The player's going to come into the plate. And good job of holding up the runner. But a great hit right there by Tyson Owens, his second single of the game. And now we have runners at the corners. 9-8 the score here in the bottom of the 7th. And that's going to bring Logan Campbell to the plate. Now, all weekend long, I've asked these kids, I've gone through and I've asked them, would you rather hit a grand slam in the top of the 9th to tie the game up, or a single to walk it off in the bottom of the 10th. And so many of them said a single to walk it off for the win in the bottom of the 10th. And now, with just one out on the board, the black and gold team has 2 runners in scoring position and a chance to, after a series of back-to-back hits, has a chance to actually walk away with the victory in this one. 1 ball, 1 strike now to Logan Campbell, who's at the plate, facing off against Chase Mack. Chase Fleming on third, Tyson Owens on second. Infield in at the corners, and swung on and missed for strike 2 is Logan. 1 ball, 2 strikes now, 1 out. Third baseman well ahead of the bag, in at both corners. In at the entire infield. Looks like they're going to be trying to cut that run off at the plate as that one gets away. Outside the zone, 2 balls, 2 strikes. The whole infield in now. That ball in on the hands. 3 balls, 2 strikes now, full count. Full count with 2 men on. And Tyson Owens well off the line. There's a high chopper. They're going to come home with it. He goes back. Now they got him caught up. There's no force out in this. The rundown is coming, and Chase Fleming is caught up and gotten for the out. There was no force out there. But the second out gotten, smart move by the coach to pull the infield in. Great job of handling that high chopper by the first baseman and making a great throw to home to catch the runner up, catch Fleming up in the rundown. And just like that, 2 outs now, 2 runners still on. And number 14, Jasper Evans Jr., at the plate. He walked his last time up. Now with an opportunity to get that tying run on second, go-ahead run. And there's a gapper by Evans, and they're going to round him. They're going to send him. This is going to be a play at the plate. He comes in, and he's safe. This game is a tie ball game, and Jasper Evans Jr. comes through with a big-time single in the bottom of the 7th. Just like that, we are all tied up 9-9 in the bottom of the 7th. Still 2 runners on, 2 outs. And right now, number 22, Caleb Davis, prepared to step up to the plate. So right now, if you're Caleb Davis, you have the ultimate opportunity right now to put in a walk-off single to end this one. And Chase Mack delivers a ball for the first pitch of the at-bat. Runners at first and second. Great job of blocking that one up behind the plate. Tremendous job right there by Major Williams. 2-0 the count. Missing on that one. 3 balls, no strikes. Caleb Davis with his chance to be the hero. And 4 balls, 4 pitches, 4 balls, and Caleb will take his base. And that's going to bring Camden Watkins to the plate. Camden Watkins to the plate. With a man on third, and he swings and fouls the first one off. And this is the perfect scenario for an all-star game. Bottom of the last inning here. 2 outs, bases loaded. And Camden Watkins and smothering that ball, hopping behind the plate is Major Williams. He's going to make them earn it. If they're going to get it, they're going to have to earn it. 9-9 our score. There's a shot popped up. And there's the out. Ball game. This one ends in a tie. Ball game 9-9. How about the black and gold MVP All-American All-Stars fighting it out over the course of the last 4 innings, putting up 2 runs and then 3 in the bottom to get that score back to 9-9. This has been an extraordinary game. Please, please, please put your hands together if you're listening for these young people. This is an extraordinary game that they played. The final score 9-9 between the MVP All-American middle school players. We'll be right back with you in a moment. We have the underclassmen game coming up. We have the upperclassmen game coming up. This is an MVP All-American weekend. We have about 30 minutes before the next game begins, and we hope you stay locked in right here. I'm Mike Shepard. It's been a pleasure calling this one for you, and I can't wait to get back in the box for game 2 of the day. We'll see you then.